one of the next steps was to check our fingerboard, and Carl has polished it to a beautiful finish. We've sanded the back side of it nice and smooth, and I've built this little form that we can lay the fingerboard on. It's like a xylophone bar now, or marimba bar. We can put our little tuning device underneath it and tap it with a wooden hammer to get the musical note that it has. Perfect B flat. The B flat goes then exactly with this top. This is a B flat top and a B flat fingerboard, C sharp, and a D bottom. So the musical notes that are in the wood, in the fingerboard, in the top, and in the bottom, the notes all complement each other. So we should get really a sweet sounding, very melatonin violin out of this body. We get it put together. So that's my saying for the day. And can you take a picture of what I'm getting ready here?
Oh, I'm doing it. Yeah, you in the movies as we speak.
The movie? Okay. Well, anyway, here's the squeeze clamps that we put on the back end and the front end of the violin. And then here's the little clamps that we use to go around it. We put about 22 of these little spool clamps, 20 or 22 depending on what size we got, to glue it together. What I like to do is to dampen a little piece of cloth with the squeeze bottle and just wipe with a clean cloth a little dampness right around the edges of the top, of the bottom and then the top. That little bit of dampness then causes the surface to be dust free, and at the same time it will soften the wood and let the wood soak up the glue, so we'll have a good tight bond in our glue joint as we go around it. Now I take a bottle of glue. I'm using Tight Bond Original, and by holding the violin, you want to make sure you get 2 little bobs of glue right at the edge of the neck joint, and then you get a good solid little coat of glue on the neck block there, and you want to get a good solid bit of glue on the end down there. And I'm going to take and I'm going to daub glue all the way around the violin like this, just a little fine coat all on the wood on the edges. As I go around that, I'm careful to not get too much. I don't want it running down the sides or anything. But I just want a thin coat of glue on that wood. By holding the bottle at the right angle and bumping it along like that, you can usually get a nice bead of glue laying right on top of that kerfing there. The material that's glued to the sides of the violin to make it a little bit thicker at the top edge is called kerfing. K-E-R-F-I-N-G. So we just want to get a nice little layer of glue right on top of that, the side and the corner blocks, you know. So when I get that done, I can stop my bottle of glue, clean the top of that off so it won't be ready for the next time. Then by holding the top, I want to spread that, make sure that my glue spread on the neck blocks and everywhere else. And I get my little rag and dampen it good this time. Now if I take this top and hold it tightly in my right hand, and I hold it up at a slight angle and put the notch that's cut out for the neck exactly in the spot and push hard. I want to get a little bit of glue coming out right at that joint. Now I'm holding that and squeezing it. Put the back of the violin against a hard ledge, and I push down here so that the edge of the violin, and I look carefully at the corners to make sure that it's balanced and even on each side. And I put a little pressure here, and when I do that, I want to make sure I don't have any glue on my fingers, but because where that glue touches that, it'll leave a little white spot when you're trying to finish it. But I want to put pressure here, and watch this. I want to rear the neck back so that I'll have a nice arch on my neck. So I put pressure here and push down and hold that. I'm holding that good and hard. Now take one of these clamps and put it there. I'm balanced on each side. I need to come over this way just a hair. Okay. I'm perfectly balanced now as far as my distances on each side. I'm pressing hard with my thumb here to hold that and make sure it's good and tight. And I'll put a clamp here on that. Then I put another clamp here. Now I'll take my fingers that are clean with no glue on them, and I go around pressing the top, making sure that it's down. And right under here I want to wipe with my rag. And I also have a clean toothbrush here that I use. Spray some water on a clean toothbrush. And I want to clean excess glue out from right under there, because I'm going to put a clamp right there and another clamp right over here, and I'm going to go around squeezing everywhere I can. Then with my clean toothbrush I can wipe out a little bit right on that corner, and then right on this corner. And you want to squeeze here. You're trying to get rid of the excess glue as it squeezes out from your joints. But do like that. Get one of my clamps ready. I can put a clamp on this corner first. Put a clamp on this corner next. Get that nice and snug. And I want to flip. Do the same thing on this side. You want to roll your clamps up as close as you can to that arch there.